Hi everyone, welcome to my newest video. Today we're going to make a doll purse and it's a Chanel replica. Hope you enjoy the video. This is how it turned out, and you'll notice my doll model is one of the previous dolls I made, and the silk wig. It's a tutorial that you can find, and there's a close-up of the bag. First of all, we need a pattern, and using some cardstock, I just looked at a bag that would fit for most 11-inch dolls. That means Barbie, Monster High, Happily Ever After, that sort of thing. And after you cut out that, you want to look at a side panel. And then leather, I'm actually using real leather. It's a kid leather, very soft, very thin. So it's easy to work with for these smaller objects. And we cut out one piece for the fold over part and then two pieces for the side. You can make this out of fabric too, but for this particular Chanel purse, I'm going to make it out of actual leather for the real thing. Yeah. Okay, now turn it over to the back side, up, and we're going to use our E6000. Yay, love that. And going to put a little thin stripe of that along one side of the side. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. This works really well to hold tightly, but with only a small amount of product. And you can use an orange stick or something similar to press down the edges. Put that right at the edge so they're bonded right at the edge. And you want to keep that side pointing up. So I propped it up with a tube of the glue there. Makes it a whole lot easier when you glue the other side down. And now we're going to put the other side on. A little strip of E6000 on that. And whoop, fell over. Okay, no panic. And press that down a little bit. Lift it up. Yeah, and now we're going to use that tube, since the other side's pretty dry, to prop up this side. And let that dry for a few minutes. And once it's dry, I actually cut down the sides a little bit, uh, angling up a little bit at the top. You'll see it's hard to work with those sides if they're that small originally, but once you get them glued, you can cut them down. And now I want to put a little hole at the top of those sides so we can insert a handle later. And just using half of a wine cork so that I can press a sharp tool into there. It's like an ice pick or any kind of sharp round tool like that. Put it about an eighth of an inch down from the top. So now you've got your two holes, and we're going to glue the rest of the side down. So using your E6000 again, put a little thin portion on the side of the bag up to about a half an inch away from the top, because you don't want to put glue on the part that's going to fold over. And then we're going to fold it over. Whoops. Yeah, this is really nice thin leather, so it works well. If you use a thicker leather, it'd be a whole lot harder to form into the shape. And then using your orange stick, make sure that the edges are right at the side. And you can always trim the glue off if any comes out on the side, but you want to make it look as natural as possible. I guess you could actually stitch this, but gluing it works pretty well, and it's easier. Any kind of, you can use lots of different techniques. Okay, so we're using the orange stick to press it in, get it even. Looks good on that side, and we're going to let that dry for a little while. Now we're going to do the handle out of chain. So I've got a piece of chain, measuring out how long I want it to be, and then cutting it with some wire cutters. Now I'm going to use some jump rings to attach it from my massive amount of jump ring collection. These are sort of medium size. If you've never worked jump rings like this, they They have a split in the middle, and you want to twist them sideways to open them. You don't want to pull them apart. Otherwise, it breaks the strength of the jump ring. So string on your chain, then you're going to stick that jump ring through the hole that we made previously in the side. And then use your pliers to twist it back closed like that. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Twist it open, string your chain, go through the hole, and twist it closed. And there's our little chain handle. Lots of ways you can do handles, but that's the way we're going to do this Chanel replica purse. Okay, now I don't need to get back in, like to have a bag that opens, because this is not a toy, it's more for show. If you wanted to, you could come up with another way to close this, but I'm going to make it look like a purse that would open, but it doesn't. So we're going to actually glue this closed with a little dab of E6000. Fold that over and hold it down for a few minutes and let that dry. Now we're going to take a little dab of the E6000, put it right below the point of the fold over, and boom, those little balls go crazy flying off. Okay, be careful. And you want, since it's a bead, you're going to put the holes at the side so you can't see it. So glue that down. Now we're going to use some little tiny jump rings. Now this is actually the hardest part of the whole bag. I want to make the Chanel logo, which is two C's interlocking, facing apart. I'm not going to be able to interlock them because these things are just too tiny, but I'm using a piece of foil here so I can glue it and it'll pop off. So get these shaped like C's. I cut the little portion of the jump ring out so that there's an opening that make it look like a C, and then put a little dab of glue in the center to lock them together. You can do this where you just put a dab of glue on the bag and then place these cut jump rings on that. I was trying to really be careful here because of the leather. I didn't want to ruin it. So I used this off the off the bag method. Pop it off of that aluminum foil. It's already glued together. Then you put a little tiny dab of the E6000 right above the ball. That's kind of how the real Chanel bags look, although sometimes the logo is incorporated into the latch. Okay, so we've got that glued on there, and you just can use your tweezers or whatever you need to position it correctly and press it down into the glue. And then you've got your little faux Chanel purse. That's how it looks. Yeah. And there's our model wearing it again. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around for more purses. We'll make more in the future. And please subscribe to my channel so you can not miss out on anything. Thanks and have a great day.